Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. Thank you to my subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. Today I want to show you True Love Reading Cards by Belinda Grace. You got a beautiful picture of two swans forming a heart with flowers floating in the water and the moon and stars in the air. It's a beautiful front picture. I think it's on one of the cards too. Got the book. Let's open it up. Got the front page. And then we got the contents. The number of the pages that the cards are on. Then we have the introduction. How to use the cards. Guidance for singles and guidance for those in a relationship. Then we got the first card, which is abundance. At the end, I'm going to do a little reading and show you a sample of what's in the book. Let's get the cards out. Sit them there. Okay, we're going to go through the cards. First card, abundance. Here, I'll show you the card up front. It's kind of hard to explain. I guess we got an angel holding, it looks like a leaf attached to something with stars and diamonds on it. And then we got flowers at the bottom. It just looks, there's crystals everywhere. So that's card one, abundance. Now we got card two, boundaries. It won't stay straight. Boundaries. Boundaries, she's holding, it looks like a candle to me, but she could be holding something else. But there's an owl on her shoulder with a heart-shaped, I think it's, I don't know what it is, but it's heart. It's just a heart. And then there's the tiger at the bottom. And she's under bricks, and there's a moon shining. That was boundaries. Now we got chivalry. 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 We got a man holding some flowers with a horse. There's an eagle flying in the air. The sun's shining. We got the city behind him. That's chivalry. Now we got commitment. This is the picture that was on the front of the deck. Commitment. The two ducks in the water with the flowers and the moon and the stars in the sky. It's commitment. Now we got compatibility. Here we got two birds with people, a man and a woman, waving at each other because they're flying on each bird. They're flying on the birds. They're waving at each other. That's compatibility. Now we got connection. Here we got two lovers dancing together with a string of music notes all around them. Connection. We got two glasses on the table with a love note, with a letter with a heart on it. So somebody got a letter. It's a letter from one of them two, maybe both of them. Now we got creativity. Creativity There's two people standing at the sun. The sun has there's a book in there, butterflies, birds, stars, some diamonds. Here we got a balloon flying in the air. And there's a doorway with a rainbow on top of it, with a staircase leading down to them. So that's creativity. And we got the flowers in the corner. Now we got dating. Here we got a prince handing flowers to his princess. Flowers all around. And trees in the background. That's dating. Now we got distorted feminine. We got a woman sitting in a shell reaching up to the sky. I think they're in the water. The distorted feminine. The distorted masculine. This was hard to explain to me because it has so much in it. Looks like there's a hand reaching down, putting his ticket in the time clock, and there's a city in the background, and there's a military vehicle, so someone's from the military, and there's a guy sitting there with his hand in the air. Can you see him? It's hard to see. What's he have all around him? Coins. There's a coins, and there's a snake coming out from behind him. That's the distorted masculine. Now we got the divine feminine. The divine feminine has leaves and apples growing in her hair. She has twigs all around her with a bird on her shoulder and the moon shining. And flowers as earrings. That's the divine feminine. Now we got the divine masculine. We got the divine masculine standing there with an eagle on his hand. The sun's shining. There's an eye in the sky if you can see it. There's an eye in the sky up here. That's the divine masculine. Now we got emotional freedom. Here we got a horse with wings on it, and there's a rabbit and an owl flying in the sky, with stars shining up in the sky. Snowy out. That's emotional freedom. Now we got forgiveness. Forgiveness has a woman praying. Looks like she's praying. It says on it, "I forgive myself. I am forgiven." On it. And the birds are holding that veil over. And there's a rabbit or some kind of animal. Maybe you can tell me what that animal is. I think it's a rabbit. Forgiveness. Now we got the garden. The garden has mountains in the back. And it's a picture of a garden. The woman's kind of just laying there being lazy, if you could see her. In the middle. She's in the middle. She's just laying there. There's trees. That's the garden. Now we got the gardener. Here there's a tree with a man tilling in the garden. Or shoveling, maybe shoveling or tilling. There's a butterfly here in the background. That's the gardener. Now we got inner peace. Inner peace, there's a woman reading a book with a backpack, I think, backpack, a thing of water or milk, and a sandwich beside her. So she's having a picnic, and she's just off thinking about everything in the, she's just, you are enough. It says you are enough at the top. If you could see it. I can't bring the cards too close because they'll get blurry. It says you are enough. Inner peace. Now we got intimacy. Here we got a man and a woman in a bathtub cuddling up with candles all around them. That's intimacy. Now we got life purpose. Life purpose, there's a heart with rays, sun rays coming out of it, and a dove flying. And like a world behind her, and it looks like a big halo. Pretty picture. That's life purpose. Then we got love. Here we got a woman sitting with her back towards us, and there's a big heart. And little swirlies and stars and planets all around. That's love. Now we got luminosity. Luminosity, there's a woman with sun rays coming out from, looks like a halo on her. It's coming out from all around her. There's a butterfly and a bird in the sun rays. There's leaves and flowers all at the bottom. It looks like curtains at the top. That's luminosity. Now we got manifestation. Manifestation has that symbol for eternity on it. And it looks like she's meditating, and there's sunflowers on each side of her. A heart and a bird in her hair. A couple hearts and a bird in her hair. It's a pretty card. Manifestation. Now we got maturity. Here we got somebody writing and a ghost behind her in a library, it looks like. That's maturity. Here we got the Rainbow Reviver. Here we have a woman sitting on a swing in a nice dress, and she's just swinging, and the rainbows just raying everywhere, and there's clouds in the air. She's holding balloons, stars. That's the Rainbow Reviver. Reparenting yourself is next. Here we have a mom and a daughter with hearts and stars around them, and little flowers at the bottom, and a butterfly. They're kind of dressed the same, with the same hair color, and there's light shining all around them, so they're in a good place. There's a lot of love there. It says reparenting yourself. The next card is resolving conflict. Here we have a woman and a man. The woman has her hands open to him. The man's just kind of sitting there. Just sitting there. And there's a candle that says love on it. And there's little stones down there that say, hold on if I can get it in. There we go. Empathy, compassion, and understanding is love. Now we got the Sacred Woman. The Sacred Woman has a bull beside her. She's dressed in like an Indian outfit. There's feathers coming down from the dream catcher. There's mountains in the sky. The Sacred Woman. Now we got self-respect. Here we have a man that has two paths in front of him. One goes to the sky. No, there's a ray of light shining down on him on his path to his kingdom. Self-respect. Serendipity. Serendipity. Here we got the sun shining, and there's a fairy or an angel flying. There's the rainbow with a star on it. You can see the trees in the background and rocks here. A woman on a boat down here. And there's a buck right there. Serendipity. Sexual freedom. Here we have a man and a woman making out, and they're in a flower. They look like there's a ray of light circling around each of them, and doves in the sky. There's a heart and butterfly at the bottom. That's sexual freedom. Now we got sexuality. Here we got a naked woman with her hair flying in the air that has stars in it. And there's a moon in the sky. Kind of looks like a rainbow, like just hanging around down there. Or hanging around in the corner. Or on the side. She's holding a flower. There's a butterfly down there. And a leaf. There's leaves in her hair, coming from her hair. She's half naked. She is wearing something. That's sexuality. The silver waterfall. Wow, I wonder what that means. Maybe we'll read it. The silver waterfall. There's a swan down there. There's a naked woman in the waterfall just hanging out as it flows down. There's butterflies. There's one butterfly flying that I could see. And some birds flying in the air. There's a rainbow up at the top in the sky. Leaves. Now we got soulmates. Here we got two butterfly people flying around in the woods. Two leaves coming down to a point in here. Maybe it's something else, but I think it's leaves. Soulmates. Spiritual maturity. Here we got the third eye at the top. Just beaming with light. The third eye is just beaming with light. And there's a couple down here walking up the mountain on a windy path, trying to reach that third eye. And there's a big rainbow behind them. So the rainbow is on their side. They got the moon shining, stars in the sky. The rainbow is shining on they got their back. The rainbow has their back. And they're going to walk up to the third eye, and they're going to find their spirituality, spiritual maturity. Now we got worthiness. Worthiness. This woman is leaning in the water, touching the water and her reflections in the water. She's in the woods at this pond with flowers beside her in a nice dress, just looking in the water at her reflection. That's worthiness. Now we got the last one, yin and yang. Here we see two feathers on the top and bottom, and there's two circles, one with water in it and one with fire. And then we got a heart on this end and a heart, there's a heart on that end. One's wearing a bracelet, so one's a woman, and you could tell one's a man. That's yin and yang. So now we're going to shuffle them up, pick a couple, and then read them from the book and see what it says. We'll shuffle them good. One more time. Oh, that didn't work. Hold on. One more time. Okay, here we go. Let me pick. I'll pick 2 for now. Here we got spiritual maturity. I like that card. I did want to read that card. Let's pick another one. We'll pick right here. Forgiveness. That's another one. Because I know I have trouble with forgiveness, and I'm sure a lot of other people do too. So we'll pick those 2 for now and read from the book. So I'm going to look up spiritual maturity. Page 86. It says, honoring your own spiritual growth and that of your beloved is vital for a loving relationship. And then it goes to say, what is spiritual maturity and why is it important in a loving relationship? Take a moment now to think about how you would answer these questions. Spiritual maturity will also take into account spiritual compatibility. For example, if you believe in reincarnation, karma, and a higher power that lovingly guides you, then how compatible can you be with a person who believes in a judgmental God and only one opportunity to get in right before being sent to heaven or hell? Being spiritually mature means that you can accept another person's views while being able to choose the best match for yourself wisely. A spiritually mature person doesn't have all the answers to life, the universe, and everything, but at the very least, they will have given these topics some consideration. Spiritually mature people endeavor to think that for themselves because the maturing process actually requires that we question what our family and culture teaches us until we come to our own center of belief in spiritual truth. You have drawn this card today because it is important for you to prioritize spiritual maturity in yourself and your partner. This will aid you in connecting with a true soulmate or allow your existing relationship to grow. An understanding of each other's beliefs and feelings can be realized through respectful and mindful conversation. Ask your prospective or existing partner what their beliefs are. Never assume. Create a space in your relationship for spiritual maturity to flourish. Have the courage to explore beyond the beliefs and ideals that were handed to you as a child and be willing to take whatever steps are necessary to mature yourself. When you do this, you will attract the best person for you. If you are in an existing relationship, you can open doors to many new and exciting possibilities for you and your partner to enjoy. So that was spiritual maturity. Now we have forgiveness. Let me find it. Give me one moment. Okay, page 42. It says, when you forgive yourself and others, you create more space for light and love to flow in. And then it goes to say, the quickest and simplest way to reconnect with your greater sense of personal worth and let more love into your life is to forgive yourself completely. You don't even have to know what you are forgiving yourself for. The angels understand that feeling guilty about a whole array of things has been ongoing part of our lives now. They say, it's time to let that go. The strange thing about guilt is that you can carry it without even realizing it, and it is often about trivial or long forgotten events. As you repeat the mantra below, the vibration of these beautiful words will flow through you. Forgiveness is synonymous with love, acceptance, nurturing, and spiritual maturity because in reality, none of these energies are separate from one another. They all work together. The uplifting vibration gently and gradually dissolves all the guilt and self-blame you might have stored in your physical cells, your chakras, and your energy field or aura. Letting go of these old energies is a relief, and as this darkness disappears, it creates space for more light and love to flow in. So the more you use the mantra, the higher and brighter you will feel, literally. Most people think that forgiveness is about forgiving someone else, but when you start with self-forgiveness, you quickly feel more lovable and find it much easier to accept others and forgive willingly when you need to. This creates space in your life for more joy and deeper personal connections. And the forgiveness mantra is, I forgive myself, I forgive myself, I forgive myself, I am forgiven. So you're supposed to repeat that mantra, and if the more you forgive yourself, the more light and love you'll have that comes into your life. And for spiritual maturity, you have to try to, since this is a true love reading card, it's supposed to be about love. So this one's about forgiving yourself and self-love. And this one's about trying to find a common ground between you and your partner about where you stand on spirituality, and don't assume. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I hope you enjoy these cards. I have 2 of these to go out as gifts. So if anybody wants them, please leave a comment if you want true love reading cards. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.